Good morning once again for second session. Yes, I'm going to give one problem. Okay, you have to solve. This is the problem. Reduce the following game by dominance rule and find the value of game. Okay. This is the matrix given. This question for 10 marks usually in examination. You can expect two questions from game theory for 20 marks. Reduce the following game by dominance rule and find the value of game. So you have this matrix. You can take by default left side player A and column wise player B, A and B. Yeah, I forgot right here. So left side player A and player B. Player A has got four strategies. Player B has got four strategies. All the outcomes are given there. That is 3, 2, 4, 0, 3, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 0, 0, 4, 0, 8. Okay. To take down the problem right now. I'll give you 5 minutes to write the problem. Reduce the following game by dominance rule and find the value of game. 3, 2, 4, 0, 3, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 0, 0, 4, 0, 8. Okay. So hope you are starting. I think 170 students. Somebody has done some charts here. Sir, how did you calculate the oddments value in the previous problem? Karthik Gowda Patil, right? Okay, Patil, right. What we'll do now, we'll do this problem now. We'll understand it, how to calculate oddments. Okay, now we'll do now. I think understand afterwards. So you have this matrix. This matrix. I think switch on the mic. Audible. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is the problem given. Now you have to reduce the matrix into 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. So first of all, check out the saddle point. That is, check out the minimum value of each row. First row minimum value 0, second row 2, third row 0, fourth row 0. Check out the column maximum. Okay, 4 and 4, 4 and 4. So because one of the row maximum is 8 and column minimum 4, you won't get saddle point. I know that. That's why right away written here, no saddle point. No saddle point exists here. So certainly you have to go for mixed strategy. Now check out here row dominance or column dominance. Remember here, there is no rule that you have to go row wise only. You can check out even columns also. Okay. Or you can do simultaneously if you are too inclined. So check out here, any rows are dominated by any other rows. Okay, means the value should be less than or equal. Less than or equal, then you have to delete the rows. So for example here, first row values 3, 2, 4, 0. Second row values are 3, 4, 2, 4. Okay, so 3 less equals to 3, 2 less than 4, 4 greater than 2. So of course the diamond row 1 would go for second row. Third row, so 3 less than 4, 2 is equals to 2, 4 is equals to 4, 0 is equal to 0. So we said that the first row is dominated by row 3. Row 1 is dominated by row 3 and delete row 1. You're full blank like that. Okay, now I hope you did now. Row 1 dominated by row 3. So delete row 1. Now you are going to get this matrix now. You are deleting first row, you are getting the remaining matrix, that is second row, third row, and fourth row. And the column you have not touched. So 1, 2, 3, 4 columns as it is. Now check out any other rows which are going to dominate. Okay. First row, that is a 3 less than 4, 4 greater than 2, so it won't work. 4 greater than 0, 2 less than 4 won't work. So suddenly you can check out the values are not matching. So no values are dominating. So you just don't go for row wise now. You just go for column wise now. Column. Check out any values are greater than or equal to any other columns. For example, first column value 3 less than 4 and 4 greater than 2. So first column, second column not dominating. So check out first column with the third column. 3 greater than 2, 4 is equals to 4, 0 is equal to 4. So we can say the column 1 is dominated by column 3. Column 1, because the values of column 1 are greater than or equals to the values of column 3. Remember all the values, not only one value. So check out, but make sure that all the values of column 1 are greater than or equal to column 3. 3 is greater than 2, 4 is equals to 4, 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, column 1 is dominated by column 3. So delete column 1. Remember, I written at the right side here. You check out here, row minimum to delete. You go deleting the minimum values in the row. Similarly, column max you are deleting. Remember, you check out, you are deleting the values are more, okay, column value, maximum values. So column 1 is dominated by column 3. So you are deleting the column 1. Yes, anybody want? Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So the first row. Yes, sir. So when 4 is equal to 4, so we can delete it, right, sir?
Here, that is the value should be less than or equals to the values. Okay. Less than or equal. Here written here at right side now, less than or equal. Okay. Less than.
Yes,
you are deleting the minimum row. Okay. That's why here first row values 3. Okay. Less than 4. 2 is equals to 2.
Yes.
4 is equals to 4. Is equal to. So first row is dominated by row 3. So delete row 1. Okay. Similarly, column here, column wise. Column 1, that is a 3 and 4, 0. Column 3, 2, 4, 0. 3 is more than 2, greater than 2. 4 is equal to 4. 0 is equal to 0. That's why column 1 is dominated by column 3. So delete column 1. You are deleting the maximum values in the column. Okay, now understood? Now you are reduced the column matrix into 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now check out once again, either row wise or column wise. Not necessarily row wise always, not necessarily column wise always. You can check out anything. So for example, first row 4 greater than 2, so not possible. 2 greater than 4, 4 is not possible. 2 less than 4, 4 greater than 0. So row wise, all those are mismatching. You can't apply the dominance rule here for row wise. Check out column. First column value 4 greater than 2, but 2 is less than 4. And similarly for second column or third column or fourth column, fourth or second column. So all values are mismatching now. So you can't apply the dominance rule here for any columns or row. Okay, you are getting now this one for player A 2, 3, 4, for player B 2, 3, 4. You are getting 3 strategies for B and A. Okay, now still you have to reduce the column, reduce the matrix into 2 by 2 now. How to do? You have to take the average. Okay, average of 2. Just like you have seen the video in the previous session. In the same manner, check out the average of any rows or columns. Remember, not necessarily row, not necessarily column. You can go with anything. Check out any rows or columns are dominating. In the above matrix, no single column or row dominated by other row or a column. Now you have to take the average of the column or row values to reduce into 2 by 2 matrix. Check out the average.
Third and fourth columns.
Okay, third and fourth column values are dominated by 4. Okay, so for 2 plus 4, it is a 6 by 3. 4 means 2. So 3, 2, and 4. So the average values of 3 and 4 are 3, 2, 4. Right now, the average values of column 3 and 4 are 3, 2, and 4. So the second column values are 4, 2, 4. So 4 greater than 3, 2 is equal to 2, 4 is equal to 4. So column 2 is dominated by the average of values of column 3 and 4. You write on this like this. Okay, so to understand, you may forget afterwards. The values of column 2 are greater than or equal to the average values of column 3 and 4. The values of column 2 are greater than or equal to the average values of column 3 and 4, and hence column 2 is dominated by average values of column 3 and 4. So delete column 2. See now. Average of column 3 and 4 dominates column 2. So you can say it 2 plus 4, 3, and 4, 0, 2. And so you can see the matrix here. So player A as it is 2, 3, 4. Whereas player B, you have 2 and average of 3 and 4. The values in second column 4 greater than 3, 2 is equal to 2, 4 is equal to 4. So that's why you are deleting column 2. We have done here. That is, the values of column 2 are greater than or equal to the average values of column 3 and 4, and therefore delete column 2. Delete column 2. Okay, now you are getting this matrix. After this, you get this matrix now. That is 2, 3, 4 as it is, 3 and 4 as it is. It is 2, 4, 4, 0, 0, 8. Now once again, I have to reduce the matrix now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we can also use the other combination
100%.
of 4 and 2, right, sir?
Absolutely no issues. You can check out 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 and 4. Okay.
Okay.
Normally we take first row as the basis, comparing the first row with the second row, third row, comparing the first column with second column, third column, then second and third, second row and third, like that. Usually, there is no rule that you have to compare first column and third only, first and second only like this. Okay, now we can say that row 2 is dominated by the average values of 3 and 4. So delete row 2. Check out now. 4 plus 0, 2. 0 plus 8, 4. So both the values, that is the average values of 3 and 4 are 2 and 4. So the values of row 2 are equal to the average values of row 3 and 4. Therefore, delete row 2. Row 2. You can't delete average because average is the 2 values. So you have to delete row 2 only. Row 2 values are 2 and 4. The average values of 3 and 4 are 2 and 4. So you delete row 2. Row 2 is dominated by the average values of 3 and 4. So delete row 2.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, when we deleted the column 3, sir.
Yeah.
Above, sir. So, little on the top. So why did we not delete column 4, sir?
Yeah, because now column 4 is the average value of 3 and 4, no? Because the average of 3 and 4, the value becomes dominated. You can't delete 2 rows and 2 columns simultaneously, right now? To use the dominance rule, we have taken the average values.
Yes, sir.
How we can delete only column 4 or 3? Okay, so we are deleting the row 2 because the average values
I'm
are...
speaking about the column, sir. I'm
Column?
speaking about the column, sir.
Column also, check out here, columns also. 3 and
So
4
3
column.
and 4, sir.
Yeah, 3 and 4 column here. 2 plus 4, right now, divided by 2.
So when we are taking average.
Yeah, average, no, getting average of 2 and 3 and 4.
Yes, sir.
You can't delete the average values. Okay? Because it consists of 2 columns, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, but why did we only delete 3, sir? Why did we not choose 4?
Why did we delete 3? Not deleting 3, we're deleting 2 only, not 3. Here, 3 and 4, 2, 4, 4, 0, 0, 8. Here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's here. 2, 4, 4, 0, 0, 8. We're not deleting 3 or 4. We are keeping 3 and 4 because there is a value.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Same way you can do for 2, 3 rows also. You see, you are deleting 2. Okay. 3 and 4 as it is. Because the 3 and 4 are the average values. Here. Row 2 is dominated by average values of 3 and 4. So delete row 2. We are deleting row 2 here. Okay. So now you're going to have a matrix of 3 and 4, 3 and 4 for A and B. Now 4, 0, 0, 8. 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2 matrix. Yeah, I think someone asked me about how to find out the oddments. Check out here, that is 4 plus 0, third row values, 4 plus 0, written on second row, 4. Second row values, that is fourth row values, that is 0 plus 8, 8, first row. Similarly, first column values, 4 plus 0, written on second column. 0 plus 8, 8, written first column. So the difference values should be written on the first row values in second row in first row. First column values in second column, second and first column. They are called as oddments. Now find out the probability. That is 8 by 8 plus 4. Next to 4 by 8 plus 4. By simplifying 2 by 3, 1 by 3. Similarly, here also 8 by 12, 8 plus 4, 4 by 8 plus 4, so 2 by 3, 1 by 3. These are the probabilities. You got 2 by 3, 1 by 3, and 2 by 3, 1 by 3 here. Okay. Now, the answer, final answer. Strategy for A. The A is going to use only third and fourth strategy. That's why first strategy 0, second 0, and third 2 by 3, fourth 1 by 3. For B, there is no values of first and 2, so 0, 0, third value 2 by 3, fourth value 1 by 3. Next, value of game 4 into 8 plus 0 into 4 divided by 8 plus 4. You can do any column or row, whatever things you want. 4 into 8 plus 0 into 4 divided by 8 plus 4, or 8 into 4 plus 4 into 0 divided by 8 plus 4. So we're going to get to 32 by 12, nothing but 8 by 3 is the answer. 8 by 3. This is the final answer. If anyone has got doubt, ask me. Unmute and ask me.
Sir, could you please explain again the taking average and eliminating?
Row, row or column. Okay.
Columns, sir, columns.
Okay, this is a given problem. Right, no saddle point. We are using the dominance rule. Check out the values. So the row 1 values are dominated by row 3. So 3 less than 4, 2 less equal to 2, 4 equals to 4, 0 equal to 0. That's why we are deleting the row 1.
Sir,
So
from like,
reduced to this one. Okay, this one, right?
yes.
Yeah. Similarly, column now. Because you can check out even row also. So for example, here 2, 3, 4, 3 less than 4, 4 greater than 2. Here 4 greater than 0, 2 less than 4, 3 greater than, but 4 equal to 4, 2 greater than 4, but 4 less than 8. So no values in the row are dominating. So now we are going for column wise. Okay. So you can say here column 1 value 3 greater than 2, 4 equal to 4, 0 equal to 0. That's why we are deleting column 1. Okay, now we have got this column, this matrix. It is 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 0, 4 by 8. Once again, you check out any values are dominating. See, a 2 less than 4, but 4 greater than 2. So not possible. 2 less than 4, not possible. Okay, now even column is not possible. Okay. Now check out here. With the two columns now. 4 plus 2, 6 divided by 2. So 3. 3, okay? 3 less than 4. 2 plus 4, 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 greater than 0. So means this combination won't work. Second column, third column, because one become more, one become less. Right now? That's why we're going for third and fourth column. We are going like this. See, 4 plus 2, 3. 3 less than 4. 2 plus 4, 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 greater than 0. So one is more, one is less. So this combination won't work. So we're going for column 3 and column 4. So 4 plus 2, 6, 3. 4 plus 0, 2. 0 plus 8, 4. See, I'm written here. See, the average of column 3 and 4. 3 and 4. 2, 4, 4, 0, 0, 8. It is here. 2 plus 4, 3. That's 2 plus 4, 6 by 2, 3. 4 plus 0 by 2, 2. 0 plus 8 divided by 2, 4. Now you got the 3 to 4. So these are the values of the average of 3 and 4 columns. So 3 to 4. So second column values are 4 to 4. So 4 greater than 3, 2 is equal to 2, 4 is equal to 4. So the values of column 2 are dominated by the average values of column 3 and 4. That's why delete column 2. Okay, column 2 should be deleted because the values are more than or equal to the average values of 3 and 4. Understood now?
Sir, suppose in case average value dominates column 2.
Yeah, see, you can't delete two columns simultaneously.
Yeah, sir, like are there possibilities wherein average can dominate column 2?
99% no. I have solved many columns here. If you want, I got full notes with it. 100%. What you can do, certainly you won't get it. Sure you won't get it. Surely you won't get it. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Even in that case, what you can do, you can take one more average. Okay, make the combination change. Remember, at any point of time, you can't delete the average values.
Okay.
You got column now. Similarly, applying for row, right now, row. Yeah, now you got the final answer. Is it okay? You got
Yes.
the final answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now for another 10-20 minutes, I'm going to play one video. It's too good. 10 minutes, of course, I'm not going to play any other videos. I'm going to show this. Yeah, that's all about dominance rule. We're going for
video. We are
one more
going to
method.
see game theory by using graphical method. See, graphical method can be classified into two types. The first one, in this video, we are going to see game theory by using graphical method. See, graphical method can be classified into two types. The first one is 2 into n games, which contains 2 rows and n number of columns. The second one is m into 2 games, which contains m rows and 2 columns. The first one we have already discussed in the previous video. So here we are going to see m into 2 games, which consists m number of rows and 2 columns. In this problem, we are going to see when more than 2 lines intersect in the same point in the graph, in that scenario, how to form 2 by 2 pair of matrix from that and proceed further. Okay, so this point I'm going to explain in one problem for m into 2 games. Now let us see the algorithm along with the problem. Look at the algorithm for graphical method for m into 2 games. Okay, it has 8 steps. Okay, now I'm going to explain these steps along with the problem. Look at the problem. Graphical method for m into 2 games. Consider the pair of matrix of player A and solve it optimally using graphical method. Look at the pair of matrix. Here we have 2 players, player A and player B. Player B has got the 2 strategies and player A has got the 4 strategies. Okay, this is the problem. Now, before we start the procedure, first check whether the problem has got a saddle point or not. Okay, in order to find out the saddle point, just find out the row minimum for each and every row. Look at the first row, the minimum value is -7. In the second row, minimum value is 1. In the third row, minimum value is 1. In the fourth row, minimum value is -1. Among these values, these are the two maximum values. Now find out the minimax value. For that, find out the maximum value in the first column. In the first column, maximum value is 6. In the second column, maximum value is 3. Among these values, which one is minimum? 3 is the minimum value. That is the minimax. This one is minimax value. So, maximum value is not equal to minimax value. Okay, so maximum value is 1 is not equal to minimax value. Minimax value is 3. Hence, the game has no saddle point. See, as a result, the players will have mixed strategy. Now let us see the algorithm to solve this problem by using graphical method. Look at the algorithm. The first step is reduce the size of the payoff matrix of player A by applying the dominance property if it is existed. Just apply the dominance property and try to reduce the payoff matrix if it is possible, or else proceed the problem along with the original payoff matrix. Look at the payoff matrix. Okay, now try to reduce the number of rows. Okay, so here we have 2 columns. You need not reduce the column, but we have 4 rows. Try to reduce the row with the help of dominance property. So what is the rule to reduce the number of rows? The selected particular row value must be lesser than or equal to any other row values. Okay, for applying this rule, first thing, find out the total of each and every row. The first row total is 6 minus 7 minus 1, 1 plus 3, 4, 3 plus 1, 4, 5 minus 1, 4. Okay, so among these values, which one is least value? -1 is the least value. So I am going to compare these values with the all other values. Look at the first row value, 6. 6 is greater than 1, so no dominance. Here 3, okay, greater than, okay, no dominance. 5, greater value, no dominance. Go to the second option. So we have a 4 equal value, no. Select any one. I am going to select this one and I am going to compare these value with the all other values. See the first one, 1. 1 is lesser than, yes. 3 is greater than -7, so no dominance. Okay, now compare with this value. 1 is lesser than 3, but 3 is greater than 1, no dominance. See the last one, 1 is lesser than 5, but 3 is greater than -1, so no dominance. Now I'm going to check the next one. 3 is lesser than 6, but 1 is greater than -7, so no dominance. See the second row, 1, 3. So 3 is greater value, so no dominance. Okay, last option. 3 is lesser than 5, but 1 is greater than -1, so no dominance. See the last option, 5. 5 is lesser than 6, but greater than -7, so no dominance. Next one, 5 is greater than 1, no dominance. And again, look at the last option, 5 is greater than 3, so no dominance. So according to this problem, the dominance property is not applicable. Now we can solve the original problem by using graphical method directly. Look at the algorithm. The first step is reduce the size of the payoff matrix of player A by applying the dominance property if it is existed. So we couldn't reduce any number of rows. Okay, now we are going to see the step 2. The second step is let Y be the probability of selection of alternative 1 by player B and 1 minus Y be the probability of selection of alternative 2 by player B. Because here player B has got only 2 strategies. For the first strategy, assume that Y. For the second strategy, assume that 1 minus Y. Okay, based on this, you can derive the expected gain function of player B with respect to each of the alternative of player A, because player A has got 4 strategies. Okay, so based on this assumption, we are going to find the expected gain function of player B Okay, with respect to each of the alternative of player A. Let me explain along with the problem. Look at the problem. Now, let Y be the probability of selection of alternative 1 by player B, and 1 minus Y be the probability of selection of alternative 2 by player B. Okay, look at the algorithm. Okay, the first selection of probability is Y, and the second one 1 minus Y. Okay, based on this, now you can derive the expected gain function of player B with respect to each and every alternative of player A. Okay, at the same time, you can find the value of the gain when Y is equal to 0 and Y is equal to 1. Let us see the tabular form to understand this in a better way. Look at this table. You need to find the expected payoff function, okay, and expected gain of player B, okay, with respect to each and every alternative of player A. Here we have 4 alternatives. So A's alternatives are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we assumed that B's first selection is the probability is Y. For the second alternative, the probability is 1 minus Y. So now just multiply these values with each and every element of each and every row. For the first row, multiply 6 into Y and minus 7 into 1 minus Y. See the pair function 6Y minus 7 into 1 minus Y. Okay, is equal to 6Y minus 7 plus 7Y is equal to 13Y minus 7. Okay, for the second one, 1 into Y plus 3 into 1 minus Y. See, Y plus 3 into 1 minus Y is equal to Y plus 3 minus 3Y is equal to minus 2Y plus 3. For the third one, 3 into Y plus 1 into 1 minus Y. 3Y plus 1 into 1 minus Y is equal to 3Y plus 1 minus Y is equal to 2Y plus 1. Look at the fourth one, 5 into Y minus 1 into 1 minus Y. 5Y minus 1 into 1 minus Y is equal to 5Y minus 1 plus Y is equal to 6Y minus 1. Now, after finding the B's expected payoff function, now assume that Y is equal to 0 and find out the B's expected gain. At the same time, assume Y is equal to 1 and find the B's expected gain. Let me show the calculation. When Y is equal to 0, what will be the value? 13 into 0, 0 minus 7. So the answer is minus 7. If Y is equal to 1, what will be the answer? 13 into 1, 13 minus 7 is equal to 6. In the same way, for the second alternative, when Y is equal to 0, the value is 3. When Y is equal to 1, the value is 1. For the third one, when Y is equal to 0, the value is 1. For Y is equal to 1, the value is 3. When Y is equal to 0, the value will be minus 1. When Y is equal to 1, the value will be 5. Okay, these are these expected gain when Y is equal to 0 and Y is equal to 1. Okay, now, so in order to check whether the expected gain is right or wrong, just cross-check with the original problem. First, let me show the first one. That is, when Y is equal to 0, B's expected gain is minus 7, 3, 1 and minus 1. Now, look at the problem. See the payoff matrix in the second column, minus 7, 3, 1, minus 1. Same value is there, no? Okay. So these are the values which we have got when Y is equal to 0. Let me see the other one. See, when Y is equal to 1, these are the expected gain. That is 6, 1, 3, 5. Now see the payoff matrix. 6, 1, 3, 5. This is there in the original problem. In this way, you can cross-check and ensure the correctness. Look at the algorithm. We have derived expected gain function and we found the value of the gain. Now go to the next step. Step 4 is plot the gain function on a graph by assuming a suitable scale. Keep Y on x-axis and the gain function on y-axis. Look at the graph. This one is x-axis, and these are the two lines represent y-axis. Here we have two lines. Why? Because we have calculated the gain function when y is equal to 0 as well as when y is equal to 1. So we need to have two y-axis. Here, according to this problem, keep y on x-axis, and these are the two lines for gain function when y is equal to 0, and this line represents when y is equal to 1. Okay, the upper region is positive and the lower region is for negative values. Again I repeat, keep y on x-axis and gain function on y-axis. Okay, these are the gain when y is equal to 0, and these are the gain when y is equal to 1. Look at the expected gain for the first alternative. When y is equal to 0, minus 7. When y is equal to 1, what is the value? 6. Y is equal to 0, minus 7. Minus 7. And y is equal to 1, what is the value? 6. Draw this line. This line is A1. Okay, this line represents alternative 1. Look at the second alternative. When y is equal to 0, what is the gain? 3. When y is equal to 1, expected gain is 1. When y is equal to 0, value is 3. When y is equal to 1, the value is 1. Now, draw the line. This line represents alternative 2, that is A2. Look at the third alternative. When y is equal to 0, the gain is 1. When y is equal to 1, the gain is 3. 1 and 3. This line represents A3. That is alternative 3. Look at the fourth alternative. When y is equal to 0, the value is minus 1. When y is equal to 1, the gain is 5. When y is equal to 0, what is the value? Minus 1. When y is equal to 1, the value is 5. This line represents A4, that is fourth alternative. Now look at the algorithm. So now look at the fifth step. Find the lowest intersection point in the upper boundary of the graph, because this particular game is minimax game. Okay, so you need to find the minimum of maximum point, which means you have to find the intersection point in the upper boundary. Okay, look at the graph. In the upper boundary, okay, these are the intersection points. Okay, this point is A, and this intersection point is B, and this intersection point is C, and this one is D. In the upper boundary, we have 4 intersection points. Among the 4 intersection points, B is the lowest intersection point. Okay, now shade the upper boundary. Look at the graph. The graph with B's payoff function. Here, since B is a minimax player, so identify the lowest intersection point in the upper boundary of the graph. Okay, the upper boundary consists of intersection points A, B, C, and D. Out of these points, point B is the lowest level. So this is called minimax point. Now look at the algorithm. The fifth step is find the lowest intersection point in the upper boundary of the graph. Okay, that point is called minimax point. Okay, we have found the minimax point on the graph. After finding this, the next step is if the number of lines passing through the minimax point is only 2, then form 2 by 2 pair of matrix. Okay, and go to step 8. Okay, otherwise go to step 7. Step 8 is solve the 2 by 2 game using oddments and find the strategies for player A and B, and also find the value of the game. Okay, if you find more than 2 lines, see the 7th step. Identify any 2 lines with opposite slopes passing through that point, then form 2 by 2 pair of matrix. If you find any 2 lines passing through the minimax point, then you can take this particular 2 lines. If you find more than 2 lines, there you need to identify any 2 lines, but the condition is opposite slopes passing through that point. You have to select any two lines, okay, which passing through the same point, which will be opposite slopes. Okay, now for this, look at the graph. Look at the graph here. A4, A3, A2. These are the three lines passing through the minimax point. So, among these three lines, you need to select any two lines with the condition of the two lines should be opposite slope. Okay, here A2 and A4 just opposite slope. So, you can select A2 and A4. Again, I'll explain. Look at the graph. Here we have three lines A4, A3 and A2. These are the three lines, okay, passing through the minimax point. Okay, so you need to select any two lines among the three lines with the condition of the two lines should be opposite slope, okay, passing through the minimax point. Here A4 and A2 just opposite slope passing through the minimax point. So I'm going to select A2 and A4. Look at the original problem. With the help of the graphical method, we have selected alternative 2 and alternative 4. That is the second row and fourth row. Okay. With the help of the graphical method, we framed 2 by 2 payoff matrix. Look at the algorithm. In the seventh step, identify any two lines with opposite slopes passing through that point. Then form the 2 by 2 payoff matrix. See, based on this, we formed 2 by 2 payoff matrix. Okay, now go to the last step. Solve the 2 by 2 game using oddments and find the strategies for player A and B, and also find the value of the game. The first thing is find out the oddments. Find the difference between the first two values and enter against the second row, and find the difference between these two values and enter against the first row. Look at the first row. The first row difference is 3 minus 1, 2. Enter here. Look at the second row. Okay, 5 minus 1. No, take the positive value first. 5 minus minus 1 is equal to 6. Enter against the first row. In the same way, find out the oddments for the column also. In the first column, 5 minus 1, 4. Enter against the second column. Okay, the second column, 3 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, these are the oddments. Now, find the probability. Okay, for the probability, 6 divided by 2 plus 6. 6 divided by 6 plus 2 is equal to 6 by 8 is equal to 3 by 4. In the same way, for the second one, 2 divided by 6 plus 2. 2 divided by 6 plus 2 is equal to 2 by 8 is equal to 1 by 4. In the same way, find the probability for column also. Okay, 4 divided by 4 plus 4 is equal to 4 by 8 is equal to 1 by 2. In the same way, for the second column, 4 divided by 4 plus 4 is equal to 4 by 8 is equal to 1 by 2. So these are the probabilities for row and column. Now you can find the value of the game. Okay, in order to find out the value of the game, I'm going to take the first column value as the base. Okay, see the calculation. 1 into 6 plus 5 into 2 divided by 6 plus 2. 1 into 6 plus 5 into 2 divided by 6 plus 2 is equal to 1 into 6 6 plus 5 into 2 10 divided by 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. The answer is 6 plus 10, 16 by 8 is equal to 2. The value of the game is 2. Look at the problem for player A. Okay, for the second strategy, the probability is 3 by 4. For the fourth strategy, the probability is 1 by 4. For the remaining strategies, that is 1 and 3, you can take 0. For player B, for 1, the probability is 1 by 2. For the second strategy, the probability is 1 by 2. The value of the game is 2. Hence, the strategies of player A and B and the value of the game are: for A, We have selected 2 and 4 now. So 0, 3 by 4, 0 and 1 by 4. Okay, the probabilities of player B is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. And the value of the game is 2. This is the way to solve the M into 2 game by using graphical method. Hope you all understood this concept. Thank you.
Yes, that's all for today. Okay. Please solve more sums of previous types so that it is easier to remember the methods while solving. Anirudh, chart. Okay, done. Okay. So please solve more problems. Good suggestion. Okay, done. Anything, sir? Sir, is there any real life application of these problems? Ganesh Bhavi. Of course, game theory, I'll tell you, all the OR problems are applicable to any industrial problems. Okay, decision making. Same, no, game theory. What study they're using? Same thing, no, game theory. All the OR are application oriented only. Okay. Please explain last V value. Shant Kumar. I'm not getting what exactly last V value. If you want, you can ask me over mobile or something like that. I can get train you. Please solve more problems. Surely I'm going to solve. I'm not in a hurry to complete the units. I'm going to take some more problems. And so, how did you calculate the oddment value in the previous problem? I think I explained, Karthik Patil. Okay. So, anybody wants to say anything can ask me over chat or unmute and tell. Okay, no? It's okay, no? Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See you next class on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.